This is why we need Bill Burr in news.
Unmasked and smiling, police released new photos of a person of interest seen at a New York hostel where they believe the suspected gunman was staying. In this disturbing video, a masked man takes aim, shooting Brian Thompson.
Paul, what's going on in New York? We were just talking about it. That CEO got fucking whacked.
Oh, my God, dude.
You know what's funny? I was sitting there reading an article, guy. They go, "Oh my God, he's such a great guy. He had a wife and kids, and he's such a great guy." And then you find out he and the other guys he's working for are getting sued for $121 million for dumping a stock and not letting the other people know.
In the lawsuit, he and multiple other United Health executives are accused of offloading something like 15 million shares of stock.
It's like, there's your motive.
Dude, anytime I hear CEO of one of the biggest healthcare, it's like you don't wish it on anybody. You feel horrible for his kids and his wife, of course.
Facts.
But dude, when I saw that, and I saw what was
Paul,
weird,
what is more heartless than a fucking CEO of a corporation? The decisions in healthcare, the decisions that they make. This is the thing. I'm not saying what happened should have happened, but I'm just, for them to be like, oh, this is like, why would anybody want to do this?
The NYPD says it doesn't have a clear motive for the shooting.
Police are looking not just for the suspect, but a motive.
Police do not really know what the motive could be.
It's like they're denying claims and people are dying. The food supply is poisoned. It's like the fucking motive out there is wild.
Facts.
It's right up there, Paul, with getting life insurance.
It is.
The second you get life insurance, whoever is the beneficiary immediately has motive.
My wife took one look at my will and realized that I'm worth more to her dead than alive. In my house, I don't need anything unless I break the seal myself.
You are now worth such and such amount of money if you're not alive. And there you are talking.
It's crazy.
that's the first time in my lifetime where I saw surveillance of something that was like a fucking movie, where the guy just stood out holding the gun, silencer hat, shot him and just went off. That was fucking wild to see. My buddy who's a cop was like, did you see the surveillance? And when I saw him step out, I was like, is this real? That was nuts, dude.
It looked like a movie.
That was so funny. Is this real? Paul, are you watching The World?
What
about fucking Vladimir Putin? He's over there. He's got like Musk. You fucking put the cologne on and all of a sudden you start breaking out and like 3 days later you're dead. It's fucking brutal. I thought the most disturbing thing about it was that they had camera surveillance of the guy from there all the way up to Central Park. It's like, what sort of Big Brother city is that?
Wow.
Yeah. And and then they got him in a bank now. And they were like, dude, that's not the same fucking guy. Like, different jacket, different. I don't think they know.
Oh, my God.
They got to get him a cup of coffee. Well, this is the thing, Paul. They did. The thing about those murders is if there's no fucking connection to you and the victim, you've never met, you've never spoken, and you have no priors or anything like that, you're in the wind. Like, I don't know.
Welcome to Rich House Comedy. Bill Burr obviously is a staple in the, comedy community, and I feel that he is one that I really wanted to hear his perspective on the situation. Everybody was like real upset about it, and it is a sad situation, but a comedian's job is to bring some type of comedic effect to it. Let me know why you guys like Bill Burr in the comments, you know what I mean? And if you enjoy yourself here, which I think you will, make sure you guys sub up, hit the top bell so YouTube could appreciate that as well.
How the fuck you would get that? He's covered up like this. I don't know. It's you know what's fucked up, Paul, is I've been doing a bit in my act talking about how it was better when the mob was running shit because they were regulated simply because what they were doing was illegal. And I know that they were making a bunch of money, but they couldn't be flashing around. They had wars. They whacked each other and shit. And I was saying, like, how fucking great would it be to see, like, the head of fucking, Walmart gets whacked by the head of the fucking Target guy, having an old-fashioned fucking war and just thin the herd and keep everybody honest. But the problem is those guys are all on the legal side of stealing. And all of those politicians, they give the politicians the heads up and then they turn around, they make all these fucking money. Andrew, what the fuck were you saying? Nancy Pelosi just made $9 million on some shit?
Nancy Pelosi's stock trades saw a 65% return last year. This comes as Congress has stalled talks on banning lawmakers from trading stocks.
They're gangsters, dude. Fucking gangsters. And then one of them gets whacked or something. They're like, oh my God, he was such a good guy. It's a dirty game, Paul. Healthcare, dirty game.
It's a dirty game. I tweeted last night. I go, the CEO of Aetna called a meeting today. They're going to relook at some of those claims they denied.
Wow.
Jesus, dude. Yeah, but so I heard an ex-military guy go, because two ex-military guys talked, and then John Walsh from America's Most Wanted talked. John Walsh doesn't think it was a professional. This ex-military guy said the way he was standing and the way he held his gun was definitely some training involved. But the weird thing was, knowing the guy was going to be there at 6 a.m. in the morning, they said the dude knew he'd be there, and the dude was there for hours.
But here's my question, Paul. Why is there this level of coverage? Somebody gets gunned down in New York every fucking day. Now all of a sudden, all these experts have to weigh in.
Yeah.
That's because of the status. We can't have white guys in suits getting whacked. Like, we got to find this fucking guy. Do that. Like, that thing right there, dude.
He's right.
That fucking right there. That sent a ripple shockwave. Dude, Bill Clinton fucking got up from Epstein Island and said, what happened?
He said, I think the record shows. No. I'm saying, like, those people are all talking about it under their mountain or whatever. That fucking thing, dude. They don't give a fuck. Paul, if you came up and you whacked me because I fucking took you fucking whatever, your picks for the week, that's fucking page 19 of the Post. You start whacking a fucking CEO when a white guy in a suit can't walk into a 5-star fucking hotel without getting shot by a silencer. Yeah, they get nervous. Yeah,
that's crazy.
That was, man.
It's a lot going on.
It's insane. It's insane. I feel bad for his family and all of that type of stuff. I'm not saying that shit, but I'm sitting there, saying, I got my coffee here, Paul. Oh, the lights come on. Gingers do not look good with overhead lighting. Especially bald ones. I'm just saying, like, this thing that they're showing, the way they're spinning, like, how dangerous is New York?
Oh, she looks crazy.
That a white guy in a suit can't walk around. It's like, that's
She
not
looks
why
really
they're
crazy.
doing that, dude. It's because, hey, that guy was making us a lot of
Can we guess what she looks like in the comments?
fucking money. Dude, I bet all those Giuliani guys were going, dude, was that you? Did you call that? Was that us? Was that us? Because I didn't hear in the meeting. Am I next?
Oh, man.
Oh, dude, there was some
Like, they were all nervous going, wait a minute.
That's actually a great point.
Please tell me that was just some random dude.
Yeah.
That's
Because
a
if
great
that was
point.
inside and I didn't know that was happening,
Yeah.
I got a green light on me? He starts dyeing his hair again.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, man, that was.
Oh, is there anything better?
I just feel for the kids. That's all I give a.
I do too, and
Me
I
too.
feel for his wife, and I also feel for that guy because I looked at his dumb face, and I'm like, this guy just did this career, and it's just as you're moving up and you're moving up, more of your soul has to fucking go away. That's a soulless fucking business, dude.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
Healthcare.
believe United is the biggest healthcare company in the world. Dude, that's a big whacking. It's a big one.
You said a big
I'm telling you, Paul, like they whatever
big whacking is insane.
they were talking about today, in their big Illuminati meeting, that was definitely, as they're over there drinking virgin blood, like, dude, you see that fucking CEO?
Dude, you got to do a bit. That's a funny bit how guys are going, hey, like trying to feel their friends out. Hey, did you see what happened? Is that us? That was us.
Was that us?
Oh, my God.
That's funny.
Hey, man, like, I know that was kind of a public thing, and you can't tell too many people, but, like, I kind of thought I was in the circle. I thought I was in the circle of trust.
Wow.
You are now on the inside of what I like to call the Burns family circle of trust.
Like at 7:30. Hey, dude, you see the news this morning? You don't even say what it was. You just find out.
Wow.
He goes to the Illuminati mountain, and he's got his pass card. He says, please work, please work, please work.
He puts the card up. Wow.
Yo, am I petty? But like, yo, what is going on right here, bro? Somebody got to say something.
Dude, that's yeah, man, that's
Look, I just want my in or my out. Okay, I just want to know.
He said,
yeah, dude. I was. My buddy sent me that, and then the guy's gun. It's so funny how everybody knows. Everyone's like, dude, his gun jammed 3 times. I'm like, well, he did what he had to do, which is horrible.
No, but he unjammed it.
The shooter was very good with clearing that jam with a weapon, would show weapon experience, the escape route, and the pre-planning. All of that is in place, which would seem to suggest there's some professional, sort of capability.
I was talking to an ex-cop, and he was talking about that, going like, no, but he cleared it. But then he was also saying, but like, would a pro have a fucking gun that, what is it, dirty or fucked up or whatever? And I said, I don't know. It might have been one of those fucking stupid guns you make.
Yeah.
Who knows,
Oh,
Paul?
yeah.
But I gotta tell you, this is the biggest whacking, I feel, since that fucking guy outside of Sparks Steakhouse.
The bullets that ended Big Paul Castellano's life last night may very well have been a payoff for getting into
Yo, if y'all got backstory on that, bust that down in the comments for
such
us.
trouble with the feds.
But is this the first one you ever saw?
What do you mean?
I was saying before, I think this is the first whacking that you actually saw. Like with Paul Castellano, there were no cameras. So you just saw his body.
Well, yeah,
in the
Paul, it was the 80s.
Yeah.
Catalytic converters. The fucking Cadillac was this big. There was nowhere for him to hide.
Yeah, and you just saw like a hand. With all those crime videos, those old mob, you just see like fat fingers under a car. You don't see. This was the first time I actually saw the guy walk up and do it, which was actually creepy to me to see that.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Well, I don't watch any of those beheading videos. I never watched that shit.
No.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
How did this happen? Who's to blame? Well, certainly there are those who are more
All right, so views. I'm gonna speak on 3 things real quick. Shout out to the people that made it to this part of the video. First thing I want to speak on, number 1, rest in peace to the guy's family. Somebody did lose their life in this situation. This was a serious situation. 1. 2, shout out to Bill Burr for not being afraid to still put a comedic edge on it. Nothing is off limits. So when people complain about comedy and stuff like that, nothing is off limits. So when people get mad, it's okay because nothing is off limits. You know what I mean? And I respect him for actually being the only one I found that twisted it. Everybody else is like, oh my God. I don't connect to the person. I don't know the person, and that's exactly why I'm just being honest. But this was hilarious. I think his view was hilarious. I want to hear more Bill Burr views on news and what's going on. I also want suggestions on this channel, guys. We are not at 1,000 subs yet, so make sure y'all sub up. Hit the top bell so we can blast our way up, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here.